This is as you're coming into town. You may see the town sign, Steelville, there on the left. Maybe hard to see because the 18-wheeler was going to cover it up. But the high school is out here to the right. Yes, the one where my father went and graduated about 65 years ago, I think it was. Okay. Got a little mobile station here in town. This is the curve in town where the town makes a 90-degree turn. The dairy aisle right there on the right is kind of that's the teen hangout, okay? Now I will continue. On the street here, yes, you have one bank. What's funny is how many grocery stores, or I should say gas stations, you have now compared to what you had even 25 years ago. There are more now than there were then. There are two main restaurants up here. You see, there's a welcome sign. Now there's the Baptist Church is on the right, and then there's my dad's name is on one of those stones there for being a veteran. But this is the main street in town. And in these little towns that time lost in the 30s, people still walk right across the street, right in front of you. There's the old Dr. Pepper, the general store on the right. Okay, on the left, past this supply store is the Spare Rib, and then Rich's Burgers is there on the right. And there's the Spare Rib Inn. It was mentioned in a National Geographic article in November of 2001. And you have gone through the town, my friend, all the way. It's not the most important thing, but that sign right there, Brown's Tree Service, that's my cousin. That's my dad's brother's son. And then here is the grocery store, and I mean the grocery store, Country Mart, right there on the left. Okay, we've gone about 7 miles out of town now, and we're about to turn off of the main Missouri Highway 8 onto County Highway
Turn left onto
E
Supplemental Route E
here, and that's going to make for some interesting scenery. But we'll see as we get closer to the road, as we get close to home. But we'll go ahead and we'll turn left. And now we're really out in the sticks.
in about 3.5 miles.
Okay, and so we go into this turn on Highway E. Now look where we're going to be turning, and this is kind of weird and bizarre and everything all at the same time. Okay. I think there's only been twice in all the years I've come here that I've actually had to pause for somebody coming the other direction. But here we go. Down a dirt road. All right. Way back in the woods. I mean, way, way back in the woods. And you have to go on this road a total of 1.2 miles, about 1.25, to get to where my folks live. Trees are looking nice here. As you can tell, there's not a lot of room for a car if another one comes along, and it does happen every so often. Gravel time of the year for the most part. It is, however, Copperhead time of the year, which really sucks. But hey, it happens. Oh, yeah. Getting a good bounce. By the way, we're not even close to being there yet. All right, now there's the to the church. There's a Christian camp that has been out there as long. I don't ever remember it not being out there, to be honest with you. I used to know the couple that lived in this house on the left. They've been gone a long, long time now. he gave me a piece of woodworking one time. He was a whittler, and sadly he and his wife lost a son in a car wreck. I know that. It really was traumatic for them. All right, missed part of one curve. There's a house out there you may have seen on the right. I knew the guy that lived there too, or my family. Everybody out here used to know everybody, okay? That's just the way things used to work back in the day, because you've kind of had to depend on each other. All right, I continue on down. I think I could be playing Dirt Road Anthem right now. So I'm going down there and you can hear the boom boom of my tires hitting a couple of the, they're not really potholes here, but I guess they are kind of mud holes. Okay. Don't really know those folks out there to the right. Don't remember that place being there. There should be one more place to the left and then the turnoff up here. I know, kind of wild, isn't it? Okay, continuing on. There's an open space here. Now you notice it's actually kind of protected from the sun hitting here from these trees. And back almost 50 years ago, my dad cut these trees or widened this road. Okay, you see the American flag ahead. That's the turnoff to my dad's home, the old farm. Okay, there's the mailbox to the right, American flag, and we have to go right down in here in between it. And he's not even on the land it used to be, but all of this belongs to them with all these trees on it, you know. All this stuff. The house will pop up, and again, this is closer than it used to be. This quarter-mile walk used to be a half-mile walk because you would go down the hill. Okay, Dad is back home, I see. So I will pull up in here and park, and yes, they have solar panels too. Now this is as you're coming into town. You may see the town sign, Steelville, there on the left. Maybe hard to see because the 18-wheeler was going to cover it up. But the high school is out here to the right. Yes, the one where my father went and graduated about 65 years ago, I think it was. Okay. Got a little mobile station here in town. This is the curve in town where the town makes a 90-degree turn. The dairy aisle right there on the right is kind of that's the teen hangout, okay? Now I will continue. Okay, house is on the right. You'll hear the dog. You will hear the chickens, I'm sure, as well. Not near the stuff they used to have out here. There's a pile of firewood. I'm going to try and hopefully avoid snakes here. But anyway, when you come out to the hill here, the farmland and stuff was largely down the hill. And I don't know how far down I can go today, but okay, the sun is causing that funky reflection we're getting there. Okay, there used to be, years ago, there used to be a dirt road kind of down between the trees there. Okay, and you can see, I don't know how far down I'm going to be able to go without finding trouble. The trailer that we had put here in July of 1975 is still down there and probably infested with God knows what. I don't think anyone has been in it in over 25 years at this point. Okay, there's one of the barns. It's still standing. That's the small barn over there. Okay. Now, the other thing that is down here, and that used to be down, it's still down here. Okay, the lake was over behind these trees that have the reds on them right here. There was a lake in here. They used to, okay, I was saying there was a lake in here. They used to let it freeze in the wintertime, and that they would go out there on their shoes, and that was how they ice skated was on the lake when it froze in the cold Missouri winters, okay? Now, there was, at some point, I'm a little lost, he had pigs out here, you know, over 40 years ago at some point. You can tell this has not been raked in years. And I'm definitely not going in the trailer. Now, you can see it, it's kind of picturesque. Okay, so on the left over there is the trailer. In the center is where my grandfather used to park his truck or hide his tractor for the winter if he put it away, which he didn't always. Sometimes the tractor was right in front of where the trailer is. And then over there, I'm not sure. I know they had dogs. So you see all the buildings that we used to have here. There's a tree stump. And yes, I have cut trees down here. I have chopped wood here. And I have also, because they had a wood burning stove. Again, you can see there were a lot of buildings for a lot of different animals and things. Now down right where that cluster of trees are, right there, and then there's that telephone pole there, which of course was not here in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, okay? There used to be a beehive down there, and the boats, which included the canoe. Again, just a lot of land here. Dad would have to explain to me. I don't remember what some of the stuff, because this guy was so young at the point in time. And even with my memory, there's a lot of stuff I don't remember from it. But anyway, we may get down eventually to the left of the trailer, and I'm sure it has fallen in. Okay? I have no doubt it has fallen in. But to the left of the trailer over there is where the house is that my dad lived in. And you can see it as a pile of rubble. Okay. It's nothing but a pile of rubble now. You can't see it too good with the reflection, I know. But yeah, I used to stay there. Also, moving down here from the trailer, there used to be a big pathway that went back here. And then back there where that tree is growing, and I'll focus in on it, right in there is where the second lake was, is behind that tree. You had to be real careful. We did not have a bathroom until the trailer came here, so of course you know how we relieved ourselves, at least the guys, and it was a bit of pain in the ass. But now you look back up and you can kind of see, because way up there is where we walked from. So, you know, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. As I was saying, now this is where my grandfather used to park his truck. He used to have the skins of dead animals hanging on the wall in there too. Bobcats, I think he had a wolf in there. He didn't have a bear, and I think he had a deer as well. And, you know, my dad's a marksman with the rifle, or at least he was in his younger days. He had to be. They had vegetables and either what he could catch with a fish or what he could shoot. And that's how a lot of people live. That's how the bulk of this country lived. So, anyway, it has obviously been years, but a lot of this was rock and gravel. Grass has been planted and grown in up here. Now, it's been here a long time. Grandfather died 30 years ago in 1994. Grandmother died last week of September in 1998. Parents moved up here in July of 2016, so they've been up here for a little over 8 years now. Dad loves it. It's not really up Mom's alley.